The morning sun spills through your window, casting a warm glow over the small pots of herbs lining your kitchen sill. You've been managing diabetes for a while now. Perhaps your body no longer produces insulin, or maybe it struggles to use it effectively, and you're always seeking natural ways to keep your blood sugar steady. The little monitor on the counter hums a quiet reminder of last night's reading, a touch higher than you'd hoped after that extra helping of rice at dinner. You take a slow breath, wondering if there's a gentle way to support your body through the foods and flavors you love. Then your gaze lands on the vibrant green leaves of basil, the golden root of turmeric, and a thought blooms. Could growing your own herbs be a simple, joyful way to ease your sugar levels? Herbs might seem like a small addition to your life, just a sprinkle of flavor in your meals. But for someone with diabetes, they're a quiet treasure, packed with compounds that can help lower blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and add a burst of joy to your day. Today, let's journey through a day together and meet 8 of the best herbs for diabetics to grow: basil, fenugreek, cinnamon, turmeric, rosemary, oregano, mint, and ginger. And see how they weave into your routine, one leaf, one root at a time, to lower your blood sugar and nurture your well-being. Basil. The morning freshness. You start your day with basil, its vibrant green leaves calling from a pot on your windowsill. Breakfast is your chance to set a steady tone, and you've heard this herb can be a gentle ally. You pluck a few leaves, their sweet, peppery scent filling the air, and chop them finely, tossing them into a scramble with eggs and spinach. The dish looks bright, fresh, a perfect way to wake your senses. What makes basil so special? It's like a whisper of calm for your sugar, helping your body find balance. Basil contains compounds that might help your cells use sugar better, easing those morning levels. For you, whether your insulin's gone quiet or just slow to act, this herb keeps things smoother. Studies murmur that basil can soften those early sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body resists insulin. It's a stress soother, too, its aroma calming your nerves, which matters when diabetes brings extra tension. You take a bite, the basil's bright flavor cutting through the egg's richness, the spinach adding an earthy note. It's refreshing, grounding, and you feel a little more awake already. Picture Maria, a woman who started adding fresh basil to her mornings, noticing her sugar settled calmer by mid-morning after a stretch of days. You could blend it into a smoothie, steep it in tea for a twist, or sprinkle it over oatmeal. It's your morning freshness, steadying your sugar as the day begins. Basil grows easily. Pots or garden, it loves the sun. Your body welcomes its calm, especially when diabetes makes mornings tricky. You set the plate down, the scent lingering, knowing this herb's your gentle opener. Fenugreek. The mid-morning soothe. A few hours later, you're feeling a slight dip, and it's time for a mid-morning break. You reach for fenugreek, its tiny seeds tucked in a jar, though you've also got a small pot of its leafy greens growing on the sill. You decide to make a quick tea, soaking a small pinch of seeds in hot water, the nutty, slightly bitter aroma rising as it steeps. Why is fenugreek a go-to? It's like a steady hand for your sugar, helping your body process it better. Fenugreek seeds are packed with fiber, slowing how fast your body turns food into sugar, preventing those quick climbs. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this means fewer spikes to fret over mid-morning. They might also help your insulin work smarter, easing those levels a touch. Studies hum that fenugreek can ease those sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. It's a digestion soother, too, calming any morning bloat diabetes might stir. You sip the tea, its warm, earthy taste grounding you, the bitterness softened by a drop of honey if you like. It's comforting, balancing, and you feel a little more steady already. Think of David, a man who started sipping fenugreek tea mid-morning, finding his sugar calmer by lunch after a few weeks, his stomach less unsettled. You could sprinkle the seeds on yogurt, toss the leaves in a salad, or keep it simple with tea. It's your mid-morning soothe, calming your sugar while you pause. Fenugreek grows well. Seeds in soil, leaves in a pot. It loves warmth. Your body welcomes its balance, especially when diabetes makes hunger tricky. You set the mug down, the warmth lingering, knowing this herb's your gentle lift. Cinnamon, the lunchtime spice. By midday, you're ready for lunch, and you've got cinnamon on your mind. Not the sticks, but the tree you've been nurturing in a pot, its bark ready to harvest. You've ground a small piece into powder, and you sprinkle a pinch into a bowl of oatmeal with a few berries, the warm spice blending with the oat's creaminess. What makes cinnamon so fitting? It's like a coach for your insulin, helping it work smarter. Cinnamon might make your cells more open to insulin, pulling sugar from your blood more smoothly. For you, whether your insulin's missing or muddled, this keeps things steadier. Studies whisper that a bit of cinnamon can soften those midday sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. It's a heart helper too, easing inflammation, which matters when diabetes ups the stakes. You spoon up a bite, the cinnamon's warm, sweet heat mingling with the berries' tartness, the oats filling you up. It's comforting, flavorful, and you feel a little more balanced already. Imagine Sarah, a woman who added cinnamon to her lunches, noticing her afternoon sugar held steadier, her energy less shaky after a stretch. You could stir it into yogurt, sprinkle it on apples, or mix it into a smoothie. It's your lunchtime spice, steadying your sugar through the day. Cinnamon grows slowly. Pots indoors. It loves warmth and patience. Your body welcomes its warmth, especially when diabetes makes meals tricky. You finish your bowl, the spice lingering, knowing this herb's your midday anchor. Turmeric, the afternoon glow. The afternoon sun is warm, and you're feeling a slight dip. Maybe you're working at your desk or tending to your garden. You reach for turmeric, its golden roots growing in a pot, their vibrant hue a promise of healing. You grate a small piece, mixing it into a warm glass of milk, or almond milk if dairy's not your friend, with a pinch of black pepper to boost its magic. Why is turmeric a gem? It's like a golden shield for your body, calming inflammation and your sugar. Turmeric's curcumin fights the stress diabetes brings, helping your insulin work smoother. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this keeps things steadier. Studies murmur that turmeric can ease those afternoon sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. It's a healer, too, easing any aches diabetes might stir. You sip the golden milk, its spicy warmth spreading through you, the taste earthy yet soothing. It's comforting, healing, and you feel a little more energized already. Picture Tom, a man who started sipping turmeric milk in the afternoons, finding his evening sugar calmer, his joints less achy after a stretch. You could blend it into a smoothie, sprinkle it on roasted veggies, or keep it simple with milk. It's your afternoon glow, calming your sugar with warmth. Turmeric grows well, pots with good drainage. It loves sun. Your body welcomes its healing, especially when diabetes tires you out. You set the glass down, the glow lingering, knowing this herb's your afternoon lift. Rosemary, the evening savor, the day's winding down, and you're prepping dinner, the kitchen alive with scents. You reach for rosemary, its needle-like leaves growing in a pot, their woody aroma filling the air as you snip a sprig. You toss it into a pan with roasted chicken and veggies, the herb infusing the dish with a savory depth. What makes rosemary so clever? It's like a savory guard for your sugar, keeping things even as the day ends. Rosemary might help your body use sugar better, easing those evening levels. For you, whether your insulin's gone or just slow, this keeps things steadier. Studies hum that rosemary can ease those evening sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. It's a brain booster too, lifting your focus when diabetes fogs your mind. You take a bite, the rosemary's piney flavor blending with the chicken's richness, the veggies adding a fresh note. It's hearty, satisfying, and you feel a little more grounded already. Think of Lisa, a woman who started cooking with rosemary in the evenings, noticing her nighttime sugar steadied, her mind clearer after a stretch. You could steep it in tea, sprinkle it on potatoes, or mix it into a soup. It's your evening savor, calming your sugar as the night begins. Rosemary grows easily. Pots or garden, it loves sun and space. Your body welcomes its savor, especially when diabetes makes nights tricky. You set the plate down, the aroma lingering, knowing this herb's your evening anchor. Oregano, the dinner-time burst. Alongside your rosemary, you add oregano to your dinner. Its small, fuzzy leaves growing in a pot nearby. You sprinkle a few leaves, fresh or dried, into the same pan, or maybe into a side of tomato salad. The herb's bold, peppery flavor adding a burst of life to the meal. Why is oregano a star? It's like a fiery boost for your sugar, helping your body find balance. Oregano might help your cells use sugar better, easing those evening levels. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this keeps things smoother. Studies whisper that oregano can soften those evening sugar rises a fair bit, especially if your body's resisting. It's a protector, too. Its antioxidants shielding your cells from diabetes' wear. You savor the salad, the oregano's zesty bite cutting through the tomato's sweetness, the flavors dancing on your tongue. It's vibrant, satisfying, and you feel a little more alive already. Imagine Paul, a man who started using oregano in his dinners, noticing his nighttime sugar calmed, his energy steadier after a stretch. You could mix it into a pasta sauce, sprinkle it on grilled fish, or steep it in tea. It's your dinner-time burst, steadying your sugar with flavor. Oregano grows well, pots or garden. It loves sun and well-drained soil. Your body welcomes its zest, especially when diabetes dulls your meals. You finish your meal, the taste lingering, knowing this herb's your evening spark. Mint, the nighttime calm. The evening's deepening, and you're winding down, craving something soothing. You reach for mint, its bright green leaves growing in a pot, their cool scent filling the air as you pluck a few. You steep them in hot water for a tea, the steam carrying a refreshing aroma that clears your mind. What makes mint so perfect? It's like a cool breeze for your sugar, calming your body and mind. Mint can ease digestion, those late-night bloaty feelings diabetes might stir, and calm your nerves, keeping stress from nudging your sugar up. For you, with diabetes in the mix, this keeps things steadier. Studies murmur that mint can ease those nighttime sugar rises a whisper, especially if your body's tense. It's carb-free, too. No spikes to fret over, just a gentle close. You sip the tea, its minty freshness clearing your palate, the warmth settling your core. It's calming, cleansing, and you feel ready to rest already. Picture Anna, a woman who ended her nights with mint tea, finding her sleep smoother, her morning sugar less wild after a stretch. You could add it to a smoothie, toss it in a salad, or keep it simple with tea. It's your nighttime calm, guiding you to rest. Mint grows fast, pots to contain it. It loves sun and water. Your body welcomes its calm, especially when diabetes makes nights tricky. You set the mug down, the mint lingering, knowing this herb's your gentle goodbye. Ginger, the final touch. Before bed, you want one last touch of warmth, so you reach for ginger, its knobby roots growing in a pot, their spicy scent rising as you grate a small piece. You steep it in hot water with a squeeze of lemon, the golden liquid a perfect bedtime sip. Why is ginger a treasure? It's like a fiery hug for your sugar, helping your body find peace. Ginger might help your insulin work better, easing those nighttime levels. For you, whether your insulin's gone or just slow, this keeps things steadier. Studies hum that ginger can soften those evening sugar rises a good amount, especially if your body's resisting. It's a digestion soother, too, easing any late-night discomfort. You sip the tea, its spicy warmth spreading through you, the lemon adding a zesty lift. It's comforting, invigorating, and you feel a little more at ease already. Think of Mike, a man who ended his nights with ginger tea, noticing his morning sugar calmed, his sleep deeper after a stretch. You could grate it into a stir-fry, blend it into a smoothie, or keep it simple with tea. It's your final touch, steadying your sugar as the night closes. Ginger grows well, pots with loose soil. It loves warmth and shade. Your body welcomes its fire, especially when diabetes makes rest tricky. You finish the tea, the warmth lingering, knowing this herb's your gentle close. Tying herbs into your day. Step back and feel the flow. Basil at breakfast, fenugreek mid-morning, cinnamon at lunch, turmeric in the afternoon, rosemary and oregano at dinner, mint and ginger at night. They're not just flavors. They're allies, each with a role. Basil wakes, fenugreek soothes, cinnamon steadies, turmeric heals, rosemary and oregano savor, mint and ginger calm. Together they soften those sugar rises a lot, studies say, and ease the strain, whether your insulin's faded or just slow. Maria, David, Sarah, they all found their rhythm, and you can too. Gardening tight? Grow in pots? Start with one. Not a fan of one? Swap it. Thyme for oregano, parsley for basil. Your body's its own map. Watch your sugar to see what fits. Chat with your doc if it shifts your path. These herbs flex with you. Simple, but strong. They're not magic fixes. Your meals, your moves, your rest still weave the web. But they're helpers, growing in your garden, filling gaps diabetes carves. You might find them in a nursery, a market, your sill, waiting to steady you. The night's peace. It's bedtime now. The house still, your meter showing a peaceful place. These 8, basil's freshness, fenugreek's soothe, cinnamon's spice, turmeric's glow, rosemary's savor, oregano's burst, mint's calm, ginger's touch, threaded through your day, softening diabetes grip. They're small, yes, but mighty, lowering your blood sugar, raising your joy. You dim the lights, the garden quiet, knowing tomorrow's another chance to grow them, one leaf, one root at a time.